Hey everyone, I'm Tori, and today I'll be playing Lala, the bat, who is the fool. So she is silly, naive, and more profound than most expect.
I'm Emma. I'm playing the veteran. My name is Pip. He carries a blade that he can never unsheath.
I'm Mikey. I'm playing as Cass the rattlesnake. She is the vagabond who has been chased away from her hometown and homeland for a crime.
I'm Jess. I'm playing Oreo, the leopard gecko ragamuffin. It's just a little kid. I'm just a little kid.
High above a rolling, verdant expanse, passing through wispy clouds draped across an azure sky, a moth flies. In its feeble grasp are what appears to be a set of papers. The moth passes over coursing rivers, towering mountains, gentle coastlines, and lively farmland, all filled with kith of different sizes, shapes, colors. It is the season of Bright, nearing the end of the month of Devil Days, where the sun becomes unbearably hot, and kith everywhere seek respite under the boughs of elder trees. The grass is dry, the breeze calm, and the sun cruel. The moth continues to fly, stopping at towns where kith are blowing themselves with paper fans. Children are jumping into swimming holes hidden far away from their towns. Teens lie in fields when they are supposed to be working, and the old nap in their porches, gently rocking back and forth. And the calm breeze carries the moth forward even further until we are high above rolling hills, and there's a small group of people walking in the valleys that they create. One, a white bat carrying a little rucksack on her shoulder, a serious-looking mouse with a blade by his side, a suspicious-looking snake slithering her way next to the rambunctious, energetic gecko, bothering each and every one of them. And the moth slowly descends until, just barely, hovering over said gecko, it gently drops one of the flyers in its hand before flying off to who knows where. The paper drifts back, forth, until it lands straight into your hands, Oreo. You grab it?
I grip it.
What you got, kid?
I grip it.
Incredible. You're gripping it. On one side of the flyer, there is a drawing, crudely made, but it seems to be a poster of some kind. On the front of it, there is a large towering mountain, and near the mountain are some clouds at the bottom, so it seems to be pretty high up. But In the center of the mountains, there seems to be a hole out of which a bunch of lights are pouring out. And the poster says, "Celebrate with us the Festival of Lights."
Oreo
Come to
can't
refuge.
read, right?
Picture of a mountain with a hole. Picture of a mountain with a hole.
Can I see?
I turn it.
Oh.
Picture of a mountain with a hole.
It is a picture of a mountain with a hole.
Very
with a
good.
bunch of
I don't know
little
what it says.
squiggles on it.
It says Festival of Life.
Suspicious.
There's something happening at a mountain with a hole.
You're right.
But it is the season of bright. It makes sense for there to be some kind of light festival.
Can I keep this?
I don't see why not.
Okay.
Sure, kid.
I crumple it up, shove it into my pants.
Okay. Do you think I could maybe take a look at it, see what the details
I remember
are?
what it said, what it looked like.
Yeah.
Picture of a mountain with a hole.
Hey, Oreo, what if we played rock, paper, twig, and whoever wins can take a peek at it?
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Rock, paper, twig. Dang it, we both did twig again.
Okay, does that mean that I'll win?
I think that means that I get to read it.
Okay. I pull it out and I shove it into your hands.
Thank you.
Twig's the best one. How can you not always pick twig?
I pull out my big ass stick and I start like poking at you. Like I'm doing a little like fucking back and
Hold
forth.
on.
Like,
I know my dull knife is somewhere. Hold on.
No knives. No knives, please.
Let's not
not a
poke
knife.
the kid
It's not
with
a knife. It's a
twig.
stick.
No,
Fine,
you're fine.
My bindle then.
No.
My bindle.
That's
And
my
we're like,
poking stick.
Okay.
Let's not poke anyone right now.
I start poking at you.
They're gonna poke if they're gonna poke.
I just kind of slither away, but I leave my tail like there and kind of like waving back and forth in front of you. And my head is like over where you are, Pip.
I'm like a cat going after a laser pointer, and like I like go to like poke at it, but I miss it every time.
Yeah, exactly.
Are there any more details on the...
Yeah, you uncrumple the poster, and there's a couple of details. It seems that this place at the top of the mountain is called Refuge, and they are celebrating the end of Devil Days in what seems to be a local holiday, the Festival of Lights. Usually the end of Devil Days is celebrated by like a festival of music, but this seems to be a place-specific kind of holiday. Some details about it is that anyone's invited. Directions are to follow your heart and nose north. And this year they are featuring the god of baking.
The god of baking.
I'd relay that to the group.
Got a bacon?
So, baking, not bacon.
I'm going to use something I can always do, which is ask, what's going on?
Well, there's a End of Devil Days festival.
Hold on. What's a devil day? What's a festival?
Deviled eggs.
A festival?
Deviled eggs and bacon.
I'm going to use my skill to lie because I have no idea. Do I know? I don't know if I know what Devil Days is. I'm going to like bring my head over to where Oreo and Lala are, and I'm going to say, if we go to this festival, we might be able to find lots of goodies and snacks that I know you might be interested in, right?
Well, let's head north. And you get a token, Cass, for helping explain that to
I'm
me.
chewing on the spider web on my stick, and I'm like, okay, sounds good.
Are we heading? We're heading north.
If someone knows the way.
I know the way. We can go.
I know the way.
Y'all two poke each other with the sticks again. I'm gonna talk to Cass. I think I allowed them to kind of play, and then I go up to Cass after seeing how she talked to Oreo, and I want to do what I can always do, which is, what are you hiding? Why'd you feel the need to lie to our young friend?
I think the definition of a lie is stretched sometimes. I'm sure there'll be various snacks and goodies, but from the way you were looking at the poster, it seemed like it was something you were interested in too, yes?
Said all are welcome. I don't see why two kith such as us shouldn't go. It's at least another thing to see.
Well, what is a lie but a little bit of added motivation for the journey?
I understand that, but if we get there and there's not snacks, you're gonna have to explain it to Oreo.
I like kind of draw my head back into the folds of my massive scarf, and I kind of quiet up for a minute, and I say, I'll find snacks somehow.
Appreciate it, and I take a drag.
And I look at the cigarette longingly and say, and you see kind of from my tail pokes out like a little bit of a bump of a cigarette, and I snake it up to my lips and say, Do you have a light?
Absolutely, and I'll light your cigarette. You don't have a second tail to do that.
Thanks.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna say to Lala, I'm gonna say, "You want to say something cool?"
Yeah, who wouldn't?
And then I'm gonna sneak up behind Pip, and I'm gonna try to take my stick and steal his hat. Like while they're talking, I'll be like, "Look, he's sniping out of notice." And I like sneak up, and I think that I'm being really subtle, but I totally just like I'm touching the side of your head with it, but I'm being like really slow. Like you just kind of feel something like sticking up behind your head.
And I think I'm just smoking my cigarette, and then once you get it off my head, I go, now wait a sec. Well, gosh darn it, where did my hat go?
I'm gonna put it on Lala's head and be like, Lala took your hat!
Lala, that doesn't seem like something that she would do. Oreo, are you playing a little trick on me?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Now, can I have my hat back, or do y'all need it?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you,
and
kid.
you get a token for that, Lala, for seeing something really cool.
I'll put it in my bindle.
My hat? No, the token. I was like, I'm going to need that back, actually. The sun is too bright.
Well, okay. Can I use my token to further the story? Like maybe we walk to either halfway there or like, I don't know.
Well, if you're looking for something to do, we could just move the story forward until we get to someplace. I'll describe what's around you a little bit more too. You are all walking on a path that is snaked in the hills of this valley.
And snaked on the trail.
Yes. Just being here, there's a great and looming presence just all around you. And again, since it's so unbearably hot outside, the breeze that is coming through this valley is particularly nice. However, all of you crest upon one hill as you're going up, and finally you kind of get a sense of the landscape that you didn't before.
This presence we feel, do we feel good?
It's a shadow of something. All across, for miles ahead of you, you see hills upon hills upon hills. And beyond the path on which you currently lie, if you venture outwards, you see buried in the ground, miles scattered all about, weapons. Buried in the ground. All of you see tridents, swords, maces, arrows scattering the landscape. And the top of several hills are circles of weapons buried deep at the top. And again, these go on for miles ahead of you. North, as you look on, and There, north ahead of you, you can see at the horizon large mountains, similar to the one you saw on the poster. But the one thing that stands out to you the most about this scenery, the weapons, everything, it's grown over. Vines, thick bramble, all consume the rusting metal. Something happened here, but it's an echo of the past. I have a question for all of you. What are you worried lies up ahead?
Like in this valley?
Yeah.
I'm worried that so far traveling through this world in peace times, there has been an openness, and I think I'm worried that I will find a closed door. Like the flyer said, all are welcome, and I'm worried that's not true.
I'm worried that this festival will feature some kind of trial, or I'll get called on stage at like a talent show or something, and I will have no idea what to do, and everyone will think I'm incompetent and useless.
I'm worried that, similar to Pip, but different, I'll be confronted by my decisions that I made and be convinced that they weren't the right ones.
I forgot what they said the poster said, so I'm worried that there could be that I have no idea what we're going into. All I know is that there's a mountain with a hole in it, and I'm scared I'm gonna get lost.
Seeing the landscape too, I think I've got my hat back on, and I think I take it off and put it over my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bow my head.
Cass, take a token.
Can I do a story beat if you're not gearing up for something?
Absolutely.
I just want to try, upon seeing this kind of bizarre sight, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this with these weapons and like plants, but you get the feeling something happened here. I do want to talk to my aunt. And so,
yes.
yeah, I'm curious how
Your
you want that
witchy
to look.
aunt.
Yes, seedy. The quality is small, forgotten, and witchy.
Yeah, okay. You're gonna talk to CD?
Yeah, I think this is something that's really unfamiliar. I can see Pip's kind of occupied with like the hat. Everybody's kind of having a moment. And so I think I'm just I got my bindle over my shoulder, and I think CD usually is like right on top of the bindle, very small. And I'll just kind of whisper over my shoulder like, CD, what am I looking at? What is this?
Yeah, CD's jaw moves back, open, close, as if CD is thinking about like a fond old memory. CD's antennas will point to the tops of the hills in which you stand, those tops of the hill with the circle of weapons, untouched. And where you're standing at the top of this hill, you can see that there are patches of pink flowers beneath your feet as well, as if CD is showing you a way forward.
And is it towards the hole with light in it?
It's towards a large mountain in the distance, certainly, but it's hard to see the full breadth of the mountain because, again, it's still so many hills here.
Well, first I'm going to point it out to the party. Oh, well, look, everyone. There's nothing to be nervous about. CD showed us a path. Did they see the flowers?
What kind of flowers are these? One of the things in the character description for the vagabond, it talks about pink orchids being a symbol of the rebellion. Are these orchids?
They are.
I think I grab one of them and I pluck a single flower and like tuck it into my scarf. And don't say anything.
Incredible. Does the group move forward?
I'm definitely ready to.
I don't think I am moving. Like, I think if the group moves forward, I don't know how long it would take for people to realize that I am not also moving forward.
I think I bump into you. Like, I'm not looking where I'm walking, and I, like, walk right into you.
Oh,
Excuse me.
oh, kid. Here, you. It's okay.
Excuse me.
Oh, you're excused.
Where are you going?
What?
Where are you going?
We're going to the mountain with the hole in it.
Okay.
Yeah. Here, you stay by me, okay, kid?
You have to walk first.
Yeah.
You have to walk for me to stay by
Yeah.
you. I just stayed really close to you. I walked right into you.
Yeah, let's go, kid. And
Okay.
I'll move forward. I think I've like got a hover hand right above Oreo's head.
I think I'm a little tired. I think I actually might walk like kind of behind you and like lean my head on you. You ever do that?
No.
I can picture it.
I'm just like leaning forward on you. Maybe it's annoying,
Do
and
you
then
need-
you like kind
do
of
you
pull me
need
off
to
to
get-
the side because I
no,
think I'm just like continuing to walk.
Are you tired, kid?
Yeah, I'm a little sleepy.
And I hold out a hand. Like you want to. You could rest a while.
I reach up, I grab it.
I'm picking you up,
Okay.
and I'll carry you as we go.
Damn, you must be strong. I'm not that small.
I'm strong. I'm following Lala.
And I'm following the flowers.
I think you guys make your way forward. As you push forward, again, you're in the shadows of these incredibly large looming hills. There is, however, a noise you hear at some point as you're making your way through the hills. It's a little bit after you've set out, but it sounds like the sound of metal through the air. It sounds like the whooshing of heavy steel. And far away, the top of one of these hills, you can see from this distance they seem smaller, but looks like a caped individual, shadowed but swinging.
Lala's in front, right? I think I'm gonna yell out to Lala, like stage whisper type of yell out, like hold it.
But the flowers haven't stopped.
Lala, I need us to regroup right now. Get over here.
Okay.
I'm going to say my thing I can always say. I have a bad feeling about this.
Listen, CD wouldn't send me anywhere that wasn't safe. Do you see how the pink flowers have led us through this battlefield without running into any trident or sword?
I see how I see it. But you see that the person holding the blade and swinging it up ahead? That's what I have some concerns.
Sword.
Oh, that's what I have some concerns about, Lala. We could maybe find another route. We could. I don't know.
Oreo's sleepy. They're probably just practicing. We have swords. We were just playing sticks back at the place the moth dropped that letter.
Cass, can you take care of Oreo and Lala, and I can maybe check it out?
Sure, I can deal with the. Yes, I will take care of Oreo if you want to deal with the person up there.
Reptiles versus mammals.
Yes, exactly. And I slither over to you, Oreo.
I mean, I'm fast asleep.
I put
yeah.
down on the ground.
Oh yeah, I kind of wrap Oreo. I swaddle you up in my tail.
It's okay.
So you're
Oreo.
like all bundled up.
I'm immediately out again.
And I'm gonna put my hand. I'm gonna drum against the pommel of my blade as we approach.
Anyone know that picture of Jeremy from Phineas and Ferb on the couch?
Oh,
Let me find it. That's what I imagine when you get set down.
I'm so anxious, and you're thinking about Phineas and Ferb.
Well, wait till you see the
This
picture.
is so Lala.
You two are moving forward towards the figure?
I do think so.
That's where the flowers are pointing us, right?
Forward.
Then yes.
Yeah, the person's standing right in the middle of the flowers, I think, right?
Yeah, they would be. And as you approach the base of this hill, you're looking up, and again, the sun is beating down on the two of you very hard. It's about the beginning of the day at this point. And where the sun is coming from, you are looking towards this figure. So they're kind of cast in this shadow. And it's hard to make out their true form and size. But what's easy to tell is the immensity of this sword that they are carrying. It's dwarfing them in size.
They must be really strong. Just like CD, did you know that ants can lift, insert statistic, size of their body weight?
That's crazy, Lala. That's wild. That's really interesting. I'm smoking so much right now and holding hand on my blade, but of course not unsheathed.
Hello!
Oh God.
You must be really strong! Are you part ant?
I think I put a hand on your shoulder.
Physical
like,
contact!
how about we... Okay.
I put my hand on your shoulder too.
Yeah, let's stay together here.
The figure swings their blade in a circle, and a light breeze carries the row of petals down further towards you. And then the figure keeps spinning and says, whoa, 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 and begins to tumble down the hill.
With the sword?
Yes.
I'm leaping into action. I can always leap to my feet, but this feels like that.
Yeah.
I'm leaping into action, and I'm going to try to catch this.
That is completely easy enough. The sword goes tumbling down on the opposite side, and you catch this figure handily because they're quite small.
Is this a child?
And landing into your arms is what looks like about Oreo's age, a kid panda.
Lala.
Yes?
Who goes there?
Oreo, Cass, you can, it's fine, it's safe.
What's your name?
I slither up.
Please say Oreo.
It would be Oreo colors.
I'm Milky.
Hey, Milky, that was crazy what you were doing with that sword.
Thanks. I've been practicing.
Could have hurt yourself.
I slither around, so I'm kind of snaked behind Milky's back and right over the shoulder. So, we're kind of on both sides. And I say, those swords aren't safe for little ones such as yourself.
I wake up. Sword?
No sword, Oreo.
No, sorry. Those SORDSs are safe for ones like yourself. SWORDSs.
I have to ask, Cass, are you trying to be intimidating? Incredible. I think you have a move. Your shadow moves as well, right?
Yeah, my shadow moves independently.
Scary. It's creepy.
Yeah, I think independently of you, the shadow beneath you is kind of slithering towards Milky, and immediately Milky is freaking out and is like, "Oh my god! Oh!" And is trying to run out of your arms, Pip.
Hey! And I hold Milky by their shoulders. And I'm like, "Hey, it's okay, but you could have hurt yourself. I need you to not pick up swords like that anymore. You were out of control."
Well, thank you for catching me, but it is my duty. I have been entrusted to guide the people who march through this valley. So,
how old are you?
Me? I'm wise beyond my years.
I have a great idea. Pip, you could totally train Milky how to use this sword better.
I don't do that anymore.
I jump out of...
And that's the thing, I can always... I don't do that anymore.
Wait, we're learning swords?
We are not. And
I have
think
a sword.
I have to
You
stop,
do?
and
I pull out my stick.
I stand up and I walk away because I'm about to be curt.
Milky pulls out the sword that fell down nearby.
Can I
my
grab
God.
that? I grab the sword.
I hold
Can
it
I
out to
put
start
part of
fighting.
my large snake body and cut Milky off?
Cass, are you trying to provide a solution for a material, an immediate problem?
Yes, I'll spend a token on
Yes.
that. And I'm just trying to. It's not like saying anything. I'm just moving my body in the way between Milky and the sword.
Gotcha. And if that's the case, Milky will just kind of back off and say, "Ah, well, that's fine. A warrior doesn't need a weapon to protect his charges."
That's true.
Oh my god. You seem really cool. What's your name?
I'm Oreo.
That's awesome.
This is my sword. I start poking Cass just kind of lightly, just like between the sword and Cass.
I am, Milky says, kind of moving closer to you, Lala, and kind of hiding from Cass, kind of tucking behind you. Yeah,
Where'd you get the sword?
It's awesome. They're like all around here.
Can you guide me to more sword?
Yeah, do you want to go?
Yes.
Milky starts running into the hills.
Oh my god! I'm gonna run after.
And you see kind of what you saw before. There's just like covered in these brambles and moss, all these metal things poking out of the ground.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I love swords so much now.
I'm gonna do what I can always do, and I'm gonna get really invested in a new interest, and I'm gonna start trying to pick up swords.
Yeah, I'll help you. There's one sword that's kind of buried real deep down.
They're like frozen in the ground.
Oh, they're just like real buried in there.
Okay.
Seems. All right, let's pull on 3.
I'd
One?
like to speak my true feelings on a subject.
Of course.
I think I go up to these two and I put my hands on the hilts of the swords and I say, there are 2 possibilities for what happened here. Either a whole lot of kith died, and that's not something that we should disturb the peace on, or a whole lot of kith decided to let go of these weapons, to lay them to rest, to put it behind them. Now, I do not mean to be curt, but until you have experienced something like that, I consider it the height of disrespect to not allow that decision to remain.
But they're really cool.
You've got such a cool stick, you could carve that into some kind of sword.
I slither up behind Pip and like nod my head along, and I say, Milky, we're going to the mountain to find snacks. Snacks, in my mind, are better than swords.
It's about with a hole in it.
Yes.
Did you see the picture?
Exactly.
I've heard of it.
Do you
They
want
have snacks there.
snacks?
Are you traveling alone, kid?
I'm gonna get a little closer to Milky because I feel like Milky maybe trusts me a little, and you Cass maybe freaks Milky out a little.
Yeah, Milky's gonna
And
turn to you,
now
Lala,
Cass
and
is
say,
talking about we're looking for snacks.
Yeah,
Milky
Milky
Come in my van, little child.
Milky's gonna look right at you, Lala, and say, "She scares me."
Well, sometimes we're scared of things that we've never seen before. I know I get scared a lot, and that's okay because with time you can develop other feelings. But for now, why don't you just stay with me up at the front and you can tell me about the festival?
Okay, that sounds good. And I think Milky will look to you, Pip, and say, I'm sorry. I didn't.
You're young. You two, there's nothing wrong with being curious, and there's nothing, I needed to say something before it got too far.
Let's go. A scary stranger is just a scary friend you haven't met yet.
Well, are you traveling alone? Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah, for now. But I'm here to help people, to guide them to the town up ahead.
All right, is that where we're going?
Well, it seems like it if you want to go to the mountain with the hole.
Mountain with a hole in it.
Yeah.
It was in the picture that the
The moth gave us. Do you know the moth?
Oh, yeah, the moth. Yeah, we go way back.
Really?
No, I lied.
What?
That was a lie.
What? Why would you do that?
Lying is bad.
But lying down is fun, especially when you're sleepy.
Exactly.
Can we walk towards the
Right.
festival?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go.
I'm like really looking at the swords. I'm like, yeah.
I'll help
You guys
make you.
can go ahead. I'll do you in the back to keep us safe.
Oreo?
Do you want to ride on my shoulders?
No.
Oh,
Don't want
can
to?
I get a ride?
Wait, no, I do. Sorry. What? No, you can't do it. You can't ride on the shoulders.
Why not?
Because I want to.
I did offer it to
Well, I
Oreo
want to
first.
go.
I
that's
could
rude.
maybe here. I'll do one on each. Come on.
Whoa, whoa.
But. And I look at the
Oreo
swords
gets-
really hard.
Oreo gets a stick and gets to ride your back.
We're gonna.
Milky's gonna push Oreo.
Oh,
Hey! I'm going to push back.
Hey!
Oh, and I pick them up and hold them away from each other.
As Milky pushed you, Oreo, your stick breaks.
Okay. Seedy the ant has an ability to like create something with the materials that are needed or that they have. Can the
Quickly,
stick become 2 sticks, one for each of them?
just a general. How are people responding to this? Just immediate aftermath of this.
Shock.
I
I don't know what to do.
I think just physically, I do scoop them up and I'm holding
And
them away from each
like,
other.
put my tail in between the two of them, so it's a barrier in between them.
Now it's 2 swords.
Do you know what you just did?
Milky looks extremely guilty.
I've had that stick since forever.
Why did you push Oreo?
I just.
Were you feeling really upset?
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel really upset too. But that doesn't make it okay to push somebody else. You could just tell us you feel really upset or you feel like pushing somebody. And then we could find, like a bush or something that you could push. Or like, I don't know, something else if you need to get it out of your system. But that really wasn't cool. And maybe that's why you're traveling alone.
Yeah, that's why you're traveling alone, because nobody likes you.
I put Milky down and I put Oreo up on my shoulders.
Because nobody likes you.
Tears are
That's
forming
not
in
nice.
Break
Milky's
everybody's
eyes.
sticks.
That's not nice, Oreo.
Everybody you meet, you break their sticks. That's what they do. That's what you do. They call you stick breaker.
No.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Can I spend a token to ease Oreo's pain?
Tell me how you might do that.
I kind of slither up to Oreo and playfully put my chin on its shoulder and like stick my tongue out like in front of you. And like you could see how long my little tongue like goes out, and I kind of flicker it around like a little ribbon and like up and down. I bet you can't stick your tongue out further than me. And I like stick my tongue out at you.
I do think I have probably like. Do leopard geckos have quick tongues? I feel like they eat like, well, not like a frog, but like a.
They, I'm pretty sure, eat crickets and mealworms, but I don't know if they lunge with their whole mouth.
Yeah, and your tongue like goes out further than mine is. And I say, wow, that's really cool. You know who's really cool? And I like nudge you with my head and I say, you are. And the things we have don't make us cool. Who we are makes us cool. You know what? There are so many sticks. If you play your cards nicely, I might be able to find you another one that might be just as cool as the last.
But this stick was pretty cool. It took me a while to find it.
Why don't we look for another stick together?
Okay. I'm gonna look at Milky. I'm gonna say, I'm sorry that you broke my stick. Or, you're sorry that you broke my stick. And I'm sorry that I'm mad at you for this stick. But I guess now it's 2 sticks. So, you can, I guess, have this one. And I hand one of the halves of the stick over. I guess you can have this wood. If you don't break this wood, if you're nice to this wood.
Milky is close to crying, but trying to keep a brave face. But doesn't grab it. Milky says, how do I know I will break it again?
What would? I don't know. I can't tell you that. I just don't think you should. You didn't break the first one on purpose, right?
No, but what if I heard something again?
That's what the stick is for. You could use it to I use it to poke things when I'm not sure. So if you don't know, I don't know. You have the stick. So I thought I was really upset when the stick broke, and I thought when you told me this, when you broke my stick, I felt personally like you broke me.
Well, I didn't mean to break you.
I guess I think I'm okay without the stick. Like, I'm still here, so I have the stick still. It's still here, and now you can have part of it, and that means that you could respect it too. You can be respectful from now on, and that's because if you have a stick, you'll get how it feels to lose a stick, and it feels really bad.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm sorry. I just, there's a lot of bullies where I came from. They tried to take stuff from us, and they were very mean, and well, we ran away instead of, I'm just sick of running away. I want to get what I want instead of people, taking it from me. And you see now, Oreo, you're in Pip's shoulder. Cass is playing with you. Lala, all of you are together, and Milky kind of just takes a few steps back from the group. It's okay. I get it, though.
The stick is better than a sword, because the sword is meant to hurt people, and the stick is meant to make you feel good.
No, the sword is meant to protect people.
It's meant to hurt people. And that's what I thought was cool about it, but the stick isn't for that, it's for poking.
Oh.
It's for poking.
Can I poke you?
Not too hard.
And I put Oreo down.
And Milky pokes you a little bit.
I poke Milky back.
This is just like early Facebook.
That was like the most touching scene.
I'm lightheaded.
Tori holding fingers up the entire time has this,
This is
just
just like
on
early
the
Facebook.
It's not a Twitter reference.
It's
It's
don't
not.
tap on your phone.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I get a
Resolved
token?
nicely.
Can I get a token for giving away something I hold dear?
Absolutely, you can.
And also,
Absolutely.
I kind of want to argue for a second token for speak your true feelings on a subject.
Yes.
Okay.
You got 2 tokens, I count.
Oh my gosh.
What?
This baby.
That was so cute. Oh my god. Ah.
Awesome. And then CD's antennas are going to shake back and forth, Lala, and then point in the direction that you were already walking towards.
Wow, I'm so glad we were able to conflict resolution that. Oreo, I'm so proud of you. And the beautiful thing about a stick is when it breaks, you have 2 sticks. But I feel like everybody's maybe hungry and sleepy, so I think we should get to this festival so we can find an inn or somewhere to just rest for a moment because we've been traveling all day.
Well, there's probably a couple places in Breeze, says Milky. It's the place where you go to the, the hole in the mountain. That's how you get there.
Is that where the stacks are?
I guess so.
Have you been there?
And I look at Cass.
There are so many snacks.
Milky said there's Breeze.
You're just building it up, Cass. You
There's-
keep
there's-
building
this-
it up, and eventually,
Yes.
If they have Breeze, they might have crackers.
What kind of stacks do they have?
grapes.
Do you know?
yeah. Do you know, Cass?
Yes.
Not Cat. No, Milky.
Oh,
You've been there, right?
Yeah, I look at Milky and I say, "How much does Bree know about? Do you get news from the outside world?"
Yeah, they're moths, They go.
You wouldn't happen to see any pictures of people's faces, would you?
I see lots of people's faces. I
Yes,
I
but
guide them through
specifically,
the valley. You're very scary to me. I'm sorry.
Cass, I know you're worried, but at this point, everyone's tired. We're going to go there. You know that people will offer a bed
And stacks.
and snacks.
yeah. You know that people will offer snacks.
Yes, so many snacks.
Thank you for guiding us, Milky.
Milky, what kind of snacks do they have?
Well, I'm not sure. I haven't been there.
Yeah,
been
we're
there.
walking while we're talking. I think.
I thought you'd been there.
At this point, y'all have been traveling for a while, and again, it's Devil Days. About the end of this month of Devil Days is what it's called. The heat is getting real tough, and while there's a nice little wind coming through, it's hard to find shade unless it's right under those hills.
Or under our hats.
I will say, yeah. Who has a hat?
Pip and Cass, I think, are the only ones.
Oh, gotcha.
I have a stick. Have a
I
stick.
can use my big ears to kind of like cover my eyes to see past the bright sun.
Or you could use your wings, like the big cape thing.
Oh, true.
Do you push forward? Do you stop to take rest? How do y'all proceed forward?
How's Milky looking? Is Milky
Milky
looking
is-
tired?
Yeah, Milky's looking great. Milky is like soldier marching forward in the front, kind of pushing the stick in front of him. This way.
I'll carry Oreo again if he needs it, but
I
otherwise,
can walk. I can walk.
you good?
I can walk.
You can walk, but can you skip?
Yes.
I start skipping ahead.
I start skipping.
Can you gallop?
Milky starts skipping.
I don't know.
Because at this point, I'm hungry. I'm trying
I
to
don't
get
have
I look-
hooves.
I look down at my body and I say, "Oh, I don't have legs, so..." I just kind of do a little sidewind thing where I like slap my body to like go forward a little bit faster. And I'm like, that kind of hurts. So you kids go ahead.
You know what a dog is?
No.
A dog? Yes.
I heard that word once.
I saw a snake with this. What was it like? Skin
I
ripped
saw-
off.
I
I
saw
think
a
I know
snake-
what dog did it too.
I saw a snake that had its heart ripped out, probably by a dog.
I think I know what dog.
I know what dog it was.
Is that a reference to them?
Yeah,
Okay.
Guys
I don't
keep
think you would
walking
make
ahead.
La la la
And-
la la.
Eventually, I think there's a couple of crested hills above which you see some unnatural colors. Again, framing the horizon is now what you see: a very large mountain, extremely wide. So much so that you cannot see the peak. It's above the clouds. But there are brilliant bits of colors that are poking out above these hills. It's hard to get an understanding of what they are, but they're moving
Wait, something's moving in the clouds?
in the sky. There are
Like
things.
lights?
Like hot air balloons?
Does anybody want to take a closer look?
Yeah. Sorry, that was Emma. Yeah, I would like it too.
Yeah, you can climb on top of another hill, steep incline, because the closer you get to the mountain, the bigger that these little things get. But as you climb atop, you're right. You do see large balloons floating gently across the sky. One in particular kind of cresting the horizon, just barely entering the cloudscape. But that is not all that you see. Those aren't all the colors. Before you is a hill station, partly buried into the side of the mountain, partially built out of it. Large vertical architecture, sky bridges connecting a intricate set of what seems like a village, a small outpost. But that's not the thing that grabs your attention. Atop the roof of every single one of these houses, delicate, spider-like silk, thin strings connect to kites flying everywhere, swimming through the sky like schools of fish going back and forth. And it's a miracle that they aren't bumping into each other. It's like a murmuration, completely in sync.
This wasn't in the picture.
I want to scan the kites to see if there's any bats, like a bat kite. I'm curious,
Yeah.
what does the kite mean about the inhabitant of the house?
They're colorful from this distance, really. And from this height, it's hard to make out details from this distance, but what you get is like an impressionist understanding of what's ahead of you. Again, on the top of this hill, you see in front of you, just a little bit away, the hills begin to end. It's no longer as hilly until you reach the mountain. So this little area of valleys ends. In front of you, again, swallowing the horizon, is the mountain and this small little town that Milky points out to you. That's Breeze.
Breeze. Good
That's
name.
awesome.
Yeah,
Why is it named that?
it's pretty windy.
Let's go.
I'm so excited. I'm gonna fly there.
Whoa.
That's fun.
Jumps. Yep.
This hill that you're kind of standing on is sort of the last hill in the valley portion. And that set of orchids below you, that CD planted, Milky stands in the center and says, "Well, it seems I did my job. Guided you safely."
Do you want to come with us?
Milky plants his stick in the ground and says, "It's my job to protect the people that come through here. So, I have to stay. But thank you for teaching me a lot."
Stay where?
I don't... Right here. I think I won't be picking up those swords anymore, though. I want to respect the people who are resting.
Can I take some of the thread that I use, and I'd like to just make the sword or the stick, like give it a proper handle, like wrap some thread around one side of it so that it's got a place to hold it, and I'd like to hand it back to Milky. And if I'm wrong, this will be funny, but could I get a token for this? Is this leaving an offering to a smaller forgotten god?
Yeah, you can certainly get a token for that. I'll allow that.
Wait a second. Oreos and milk. How did I not put it together?
Wait.
I'm sending a freaking exchange about Oreos and milk to the group.
And I think
also did not
I
realize
ruffle his hair a little bit, and I say, I don't know if the journey would not have been as pleasant, and it certainly would not have been as revealing had you not helped us along.
You look sad.
I'm always sad. I'm sorry to leave you.
That's fine. We all leave at some point.
Ain't that the truth?
But if you're leaving, I mean, you're not gone for too long. I mean, we'll find each other again down the road.
I'm sure.
Right?
I'm looking forward to it.
You don't want to play sticks?
I have a job to do. Firmly puts the stick in the ground.
I'll play sticks with you, Oreo.
But there's only one stick.
I have a bindle.
Oh. I guess that's
Literally
fine.
a bindle and stick.
Yeah, but there's something on it.
Yeah, you don't travel alone. You'll find plenty of sticks.
I slither up while my shadow snakes up independently and does a little bit of a somersault around Milky. And I say, I'm sorry if I scared you.
What? Yeah, that's okay. I know you probably didn't mean it, I think.
He wasn't scared. He doesn't look scared.
Yeah, I'm not scared.
Yeah, I think you're quite brave, actually.
You probably see all sorts of scary stuff out there all alone.
Do you really mean it? Am I brave?
Yes, I think you're very brave.
Thank you.
Of course.
If you ever want to play sticks, I do too.
Of course. All right. I'll leave you with this piece of wisdom. Wherever you go, just know, no regrets. All right? Don't look back. Just keep moving forward. And Milky sits down on top of this hill. Go. I'll watch over y'all.
Thank you.
And
I don't get it, but okay.
And slowly you begin to walk your way down the hill and leave the valley where you found a new friend. And a question for all of you. Does anyone look back?
100%. I look back.
No, not after that
The
comment.
whole time that Milky was saying have no regrets, Pip was thinking like, that's not always true. And like only look forward. So I think Pip looks back.
The group marches forward, but Pip, you stay behind to turn around. And on top of the hill is a sword, buried where Milky was. Wrapped intricately around it is what seems like some sort of strong banded cord. And a flurry of pink petals blows in your direction. Milky isn't there.